Hey guys, it's Elise. I am back with Nick from the Scran Line. We did a bunch of baking hacks for you and you guys loved them, and we had so many between us, didn't we?
We did.
So many that we decided to do a part 2 because there's more baking hacks than just one video can fill.
Absolutely.
Nick is here with us today from the Scran Line. He is the aficionado, the expert on all things cupcake. I mean, you're pretty good.
I mean, my cupcake.
Don't be modest, you're pretty good. Nick has a cracking Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube channel, so make sure that you check him out. I'm gonna leave all of his links down below. He's the master of all things sweet, from Rainbow Pride Cupcake to Red Velvet Cupcake to the Queen, the Drag Queen.
Yes, the Drag Queen Cupcake. I've done it all.
What? Give me 5.
Well, I mean,
give me your 5 favorite cupcakes.
Okay, so Drag Queen, Rainbow Pride, Red Velvet, and there's a lot of cupcakes there, guys.
Oreo, I love Oreo.
Oreo's a good one.
And then was the Fairy Floss,
Oh, Fairy Floss. Fairy Floss cupcakes look amazing.
There we go. So pretty much anything you guys want in the way of cupcakes, you can find it here, you can find it there. Definitely go and check Nick out. We're gonna be showing you guys another bunch of amazing baking hacks today. Stay tuned, you're gonna want all of these because they're gonna save you time, money, and stress, right?
Yes, they are.
Mainly stress. Baking hack success?
Or baking failure.
We're gonna be the judge. Baking hack number 9. So I saw this idea on Pinterest and I'm gonna call it the stencil sprinkle effect. I've seen it done with numbers before, but I thought this way you can kind of personalize a cake really easily for pretty much any occasion.
And it looks so great.
So great. Airplane, princess crown,
Easy.
numbers, letters. All right, let's test this one out. Have you ever tried to stick sprinkles onto dry frosting?
It does not work.
It does not work. Sprinkles everywhere.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna stick that on.
Yep.
I'm gonna push it in a little bit. I don't want any sprinkles going rogue, but I don't wanna push it in too much because I equally don't wanna lift off any of that frosting as I come up. And then carefully, in go the sprinkles. This is a mixture of kind of like large confetti sequins and then little tiny nonpareils or really small sprinkles because we want to fill out the edges and all of the little crevices of my airplane. Here's what they don't show you on Pinterest. They've kind of all gone in like a little bit of a stack. So I'm going to use either my finger or a spoon just to distribute them around a little bit so they're nice and even. Some things to note on this one, you don't want to put too many sprinkles in. You're better off to put too few and add more than put too many and have to take them out. The other thing you want to think about is don't have them piled up too high around any of like these little rounded edges, because otherwise when you go to lift the cutter off, what are they going to do?
Go everywhere.
Go everywhere. All right, let's reveal. I've never done this before. I hope it works.
Awesome.
We have a little sprinkle airplane.
That's so cute.
So cute. This is actually going to be Jacob's birthday cake, so we don't get to eat this one.
That's okay. I'm sure he's going to really love this.
He will. And we've got a couple of other baking hacks that I'm pretty sure we can sample along the way.
Okay, let's get on to the next one. Baking hack number 10.
That wasn't weird at all. I'm going to start by saying I love what's going on all around the outsides of this cake.
It's just so colourful.
There is something about sprinkles that just make me so incredibly happy.
I'm going to make you even happier, Elise, because we're going to put a lovely little message on top of this cake.
All right. I always kind of either wonk my letters or I end up putting all of the letters on one side and then I don't have enough room on the other side, or I start way too squished up and then have to spread them out. What's the trick?
I think I have a good trick for that. Toothpick. We're going to be drawing a little message on here right before we frost it. It's going to help our letters look perfect and it's going to look super cute. So what do you think we should put on our cake?
I'm feeling yay.
I think that's the best way to express happiness.
I think it is. Yay for sprinkles.
Absolutely.
How are we going to do this?
Okay, so we're going to use our toothpick and we're just going to dot our letters out.
Oh my God, it's like dot to dot.
Yeah.
Are you upside down backwardsing this for the camera?
I totally am.
This is amazing.
This is what I do for you guys.
Upside down backwardsing the word yay on top of a cake. That's skill.
Okay, Elise, so we've got our yay dotted out. I'm going to use a piping bag with some beautiful purple frosting. A little tip, you can use any size you like, and we're going to fill these dots out.
Are we literally dot to dotting a cake?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're star dotting the cake.
I am.
I thought you were going to do like a long drag.
This is looking really cool.
I love the purple too.
Okay, done.
Yay! Oh my God, guys, check that out.
This looks so cute.
This looks, I don't think it could get any more fun than all those sprinkles, but this is about the most fun cake I've seen today.
Baking hack success.
Baking hack success.
Baking hack 11.
Buttermilk. Heaps of recipes call for it. I never ever have it. Sometimes I freeze it, sometimes I just don't have it, sometimes I forget to buy it. What about you?
I'm pretty much the same.
Pretty much the same. Buttermilk is the bane of my existence, but I read, and I do this all the time as she picks up the big sharp knife, I read that a little citrus in your regular milk will turn it into buttermilk. Because I am so bad with actually remembering to get buttermilk, I use this all the time. You can use lemon, you can use lime.
I was just about to say, everyone pretty much has those in their fridge.
Pretty much. A bit of a squeeze, and I just normally do a wedge. I have also tried this with the supermarket lime juice and the supermarket lemon juice, so that definitely works.
Okay.
This one has lime in it. If you're going to use citrus, you need to let it sit, but you can see that it's already starting to curdle. You'll see it curdle, let it sit for like 5 minutes, and you've got buttermilk. Your other alternative? A little vinegar. I prefer the citrus. Vinegar in my milk? No, thank you. Couple of drops of vinegar, and that should curdle almost immediately.
Okay, so I've learnt something new. And I use like a ton of buttermilk in my recipes because it makes them super moist.
And you'll often find buttermilk in recipes that have bicarb soda because it's the ingredient that kind of reacts with the bicarb and gives you that perfect amount of rise as well as extra moistness.
Perfect.
Moistness? Moisture? Moistness. It works. Baking hack, success.
Success.
Baking hack number 12. We did that really well.
You did that one very well.
This idea was actually shown to me by a friend of mine named Mallory. You know when you want to make fondant decorations for on top of a cupcake, but you've got to wait for your little fondant discs to set for, between 12 and 24 hours so they don't flop over? Oreos, or thin Oreos.
Oreos are always the answer.
As the disc. Oreos are always the answer. I like the way you think. So I've got a little frosting. I've got my Oreo thins. I'm gonna make sure they're nice and evenly placed. I'm gonna have to eat any that break. And I've also got some sprinkles, but you guys can kind of go crazy on the design here. I'm gonna pipe a couple of 2s because it's Jacob's 2nd birthday tomorrow. Oh my God, so cute. You could also use that really cool little star dotting technique that you showed us earlier.
Yeah, right.
Then take a few sprinkles if you like, or some sanding sugar or pearls, decorate up your little 2s, and you can frost up your cupcake as normal, and on goes our little topper. Nick, do you want to do me the honors and frost up a cupcake?
Yep.
The master. Very nice. Sprinkle off any excess sprinkle. And on goes our little topper. So we've added a little bit of height and personalized the cupcakes in like 5 seconds flat, and best of all,
We've added Oreos.
there's always time for Oreos. Baking hack?
Success.
Success.
Baking hack number 13. Unlucky for some.
But yummy for us. I love our job. So you know those times when you feel like your cupcake could be elevated by like a really pretty filigree lace cupcake wrapper?
I make those every week, at least.
All right, well you might not, but sometimes I think you can take the plainest cupcake and really up the ante on it with a lace cupcake case, but they're kind of expensive, and that's if you happen to have them laying around or fancy a trip to the shops. Behold, the doily. Also known as the Nana doily, also known as the old lady plate cover, also known as something really versatile that I always have on hand. Don't judge me. So you want to take a pair of scissors and your doily, and you can do small doilies for mini cupcakes or large doilies for big cupcakes. Can you guess where I'm going with this, Nick?
We're gonna do a wraparound.
We are going to do a wraparound. Have you got some tape handy?
I do.
My glamorous assistant, Nick, ladies and gentlemen. All right, this is actually my kind of sized cupcake case. Can you guys imagine? I'm just gonna have the one. Once you've got that cut, you just wanna size it. So I like to actually wrap it around the outside of the cupcake. And you'll notice I left a little bit of space on the bottom there so you can wrap it around. And it's a little bit more flexible too, which kind of allows it to sort of mold to your cupcake a bit better.
That is so cute.
Isn't it gorgeous? Then we size it up. Can you give me a little cut there?
I can.
Perfect. And tape. It's a two-man job. There you have a repurposed Nana doily.
We're just taking it up to the next level.
We have. It's not even frosted yet, and it's pretty darn adorable. This guy, lace cupcake case, DIY, under 2 minutes. Yes, it was a two-man job, but I think that might have been me rather than the project.
It's so much fun to make, so easy, and it looks super cute.
And it costs like, a couple of cents a liner.
And like 10 seconds to make.
Exactly. Hack complete.
Okay, Elise, so I have a bit of a problem. I have eggshells in my eggs and I really need to get them out. Now, there are a couple ways you can do this, but they all end up in disasters and it takes ages. So I'm going to show you an easy way to do this. Now, I watched this on TV once, and the way that the guy on TV described it was that eggshells are attracted to eggshells. And it's true. Okay, so we're going to use the eggshell and we're going to scoop the eggshell out. It's in here. Trust me, it's in here.
And they look happier to be back together, honestly.
That's right.
The attraction is complete.
Eggshell free.
I've also heard that wetting your finger with water works. You want to try it?
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
All right. Wet your finger and see if that helps get the eggshell up. No.
It's about the same.
No, it does not work.
No.
No,
I mean,
the water
I got
does
it
not
out,
work.
But it took ages.
Yeah. All right. The eggshell attraction to other eggshell, that theory is complete. If you guys have ever seen Squish cook on my YouTube channel, you will know that when he cracks an egg, he crushes it. So pulling out eggshell is something that I'm very familiar with. Well, and now we have a new technique.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to try something that I saw and that I'm sure all of you guys have seen. Does the dragging out the egg yolk with the bottle actually work as easily as it does everywhere else?
I've heard this, but I've never tried it.
This is not part of this hack. This is like a bonus hack. So
bonus round.
It's pretty small. I don't know if it's too small. We're going to try.
Let's give it a go.
What's the point if it doesn't work with any bottle? I don't want to have to buy a specialty bottle. Squeeze in. Press. It works!
It totally worked. It's in there.
All right. Well, you don't get like 75 billion views on YouTube for pulling an egg out for nothing, but I'm impressed because I would have thought that was too small and I didn't think it would work first go.
I'm impressed.
Egg hack, done.
Okay guys, so we're all guilty of having some less than best before baking products.
Yeah, right.
So with this one, we're going to be testing out if our baking powder is active or not. So we want to make sure that it's going to help our cakes rise. Now it's a really, really easy thing to do. Pour some water into a bowl and we're going to put a little bit of our baking powder in there. Now this should fizz. We are seeing some fizz in there. Okay,
we are,
all right,
yeah.
we're good to go. So we can bake our cake now.
I never knew this one.
Yeah, so cool.
I just thought baking powder, even though it has a use by, just technically lasted forever.
No,
this would explain why some of my cakes didn't rise as much as they should with my less than best before baking powder.
Yeah. So you guys, if you're about to leave a comment in the comment section and be like, Elise, my cake didn't rise, this is what you need to test.
You should test all of your spices. The gelatin, the spice, the cinnamon, it's probably all out of date. Most of it still works. My mother-in-law went through my cupboards and cleaned out everything out of date, and I was like, not the spices are still good out of date. I had nothing left.
So I think this is a baking hack success.
And I'm wrapped because I just learned something new. Nice.
Thanks.
Baking hack, 16.
I did not see that one coming. Okay guys, so one of the most important things when you're measuring your ingredients for your cakes is being super accurate. It's so important when you're baking. So I'm going to show you guys a super easy way to make sure you've got the perfect cup measurements. So we're going to grab our cup of flour.
I'll be your glamorous bowl assistant. I'm the bowl handler today.
Now you can do this with measuring spoons or measuring cups. Now I've just got a handy dandy knife with a straight edge, and we're just going to level it off. And guys, this makes all the difference.
And I guess the key is to be sure that you're not pushing down on it, you're just going straight across, because you don't want to compact it, you just want to, that is a really neat way to get the perfect half a cup.
Perfect. Yeah.
Very nice. All right, you guys have baking hacks video number 1. Now you have baking hacks video number 2. We're going to link to each of them down below. We're also going to link to everything that Nick does, because you're definitely going to have to check him out. We hope that we found some really fun ways to bring sweet treats into your house with less stress, less mess, and more savings.
Yes.